Hi, welcome everyone. Time to now get down to the nitty gritty and time to start cutting into the car and fitting some of these fantastic panels supplied by Express Steel. We will be fitting more than just what you see here. These are the 4 that I need to get done now in order to put them in the car before I change the floors, and then we will continue on to floors themselves, and after that all of the rest. But at that point the car will be a bit lower down, a bit more structurally sound, and it will give us a little bit more wiggle room then to align the panels to get gaps and things just the way we would like them. So what we'll be doing with these, to get a bit more light in the subject, is we will be taking off the surface rust and abrading the surfaces, probably either 180 or 240 grit, so that the epoxy coating's got a nice good key. The epoxy coating that I've chosen this time is one that I've used many times before, which comes from a company called rust.co.uk, and it is called EM121. A lovely coating. When I do these, I will be leaving the epoxy coating without a top coat, doesn't need one, on the inside edges. The edges that we see, including the sills, I'm actually going to top coat them with the gloss when I put them on, because either the spot wells or plug wells don't actually make that much damage in the big scheme of things. Plus, when you look at what's welded around here, it doesn't make a lot of difference. The top lip is hidden by the door seal. Everything from here to here, and here to here in the top, isn't seen anyway. Nothing's seen from here in. So realistically, the only damage. Welcome everyone. So it's now eventually time to get down to it and start cutting into the car. I'm going to start by prepping these panels, the sills and the middle sills supplied by Express Steel Panels. Some of the best fitting panels I've actually had, and as you see we've got quite a few more to do as well. And what we'll be doing with these ones, because I need these ones first, is we'll be cleaning them, phosphating them, and then giving them a coat of epoxy, which will be EM121 from a company called rust.co.uk. It's a coating I've used many times, and I've left loads of offcuts outside. It's been coated with the epoxy, and they've never rusted. It's never penetrated through it. It's as good as the day it was coated. So I've got a lot of faith in that coating. Many others have same experience with, say, other brand names, just as good. However, we'll be using EM121 on these. These will only be getting done in epoxy coating, although I might actually do the bit that you can see underneath and put a bit of top coat on. These I'm actually going to top coat on the outside anyway, and the reason being is that the sill itself is hidden on the top, more or less here to here and all the way around. You don't see too much of it. You really only realistically see here to here. So we'll be applying the top coat of gloss, so it will actually be finished. And when we attach it, weld-wise, we're only going to be seeing here. Won't see much of that, but we certainly won't see a lot of paint damage. And of course, along here. Now, that's not too bad to touch up. Plus, this will be getting a coat of stone chip going anyway. So any paint damage can easily be repaired. Doesn't have to be finished to showroom level, and that'll be sorted. The one thing we will have to do on these though is the matte ones didn't have these. It's a bit better if I take it out. These will be cut, relieved and folded flat, just as they were on the original car. We also have to then add a couple of drain holes front, back, and if memory serves, there's also one in here. But yeah, we're going to try the experiment on these where we'll actually top coat it and see realistically how much paint damage there is on it versus actually having to get down there and paint it properly on the car. So if you give me a moment, I'll put the camera back on the mount and we'll get started.